Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of West of Loathing. We're gonna head right back in there. Yeah, we left off at the Jewel Saloon, and I will refrain from calling it the Jewel Salon. Okay, so as we were leaving Buttonwillow's store, I think we were leaving Buttonwillow's store, we ended up uh uh finding these the stave yard. So I'm just gonna go check it out, see if there's anything. Off the trail's shoulder, you see some ancient petroglyphs carved into a rock. Let's take a look. My first is the first of a burning coal. Huh. I got 10 XP. That's good. Oh yeah, Gary wanted to tell us something. Hello, Gary. Oh, Gary knowing a thing to see. Oh yeah, what is it? A gigantic poop. What? Taller than Gary. You discovered a new map location. The Big Apple. Okay. Uh, am I forgetting anything? Yeah, the Stripey Hat Gang. And over in Cavern Canyon. Thanks for the reminder. Let's take a look. Here lies Dave B. Died with his boots on, but not his pants. Sure enough, boots, but no pants. Alright, guess I got some brown boots. Alright, should I... I'm gonna fight these guys. Target the skeleton of a Dave. Oh. Well, I'm kind of a moron, but it turns out that the Dave yard is just a graveyard full of Daves. I know. Wow, I'm so smart. It's not like everyone else figured it out. An XP, bunch of teeth. Why do I insist on taking down everybody? Why do I insist on just ripping out their teeth? Here lives Dave C. Went down in a theater. Here lives Dave J. Rapapapow. What a bunch of legends. So I can just avoid them, so I'm gonna come back to fight them later, but I just want to see over here. Here lives Dave L. 1790 to 1851. Died of a heart attack. See you in negative 36 years. Here lives Dave G. He was looking to the sky to save him, but even the sky can't save a feller from like 40 angry bears. Oh boy, free lunch. Jeez. The truth was out there. It killed him. That Dave D. Dave G. Murdered by a different feller named Dave G. This is one of those things they have in mausoleums, you know, one of the big marble things with drawers full of skeletons. Oh, so that's like a grinding spot where I can just kind of fight for a while? Okay. It's a big stone sarcophagus. Some kind of ritual circle drawn on the ground in red chalk. Mostly burned rags that maybe used to be a person. This looks like something a necromancer would have. You dig through the rags and find a few things that look like they're worth keeping. You got an item. Splattered scroll. Human ashes. And there seems to be some kind of receipt. A robe receipt, huh? Okay. So, that's interesting. I just want to see, open a whole bunch. I'll take this guy out. And then Gary Fu This guy. What a legend. Whiff. Wait a minute. A whiff, is that like a miss? Or does it mean like 0 damage? Because if it's 0 damage, if you literally cannot deal damage to them because Gary is that cool, I am going to lose my mind. 30 XP. And a couple of bones. Alright, inventory. Not the inventory, character. Outfoxing requires 100 XP, and lockpicking requires 400. Hellbender. I'm gonna increase my spell damage. Alright. I'm gonna do another fight, then I'm gonna fight all the guys outside, and then we can continue on. Alright, let's go. It's a pile of bones that isn't moving around for a change. Skull with an odd tag on it. Huh. Leave them be. Yeah, it's big stone. Is there anything I can do here? Anything I can do in my inventory? Inter-cemetery loan? Huh. Looks like I found the old mission. It's this robe receipt. 150 black silk robes? That sounds like a necromancer. It's time you started gathering clues about the whole per Perambulatin dead situation. That's going on around these parts. You grab a notebook and paperclip to the receipt to the first page. Necromancer journal. Okay, so this is just all the clues I have. West of the mountains. Good to know. All right. So I can well, I mean, I could already assume that it would be somewhere over here and not over here, because this is the first area. I'm assuming that once we're done doing a bunch of stuff over here, we go through the railroad camp over here, then through here to do that area. So I'm assuming that it's going to be like probably up here or over here. Somewhere that would be difficult to reach. So I'm going to go attack all those other bones. These bones are jumping around to beat the dickens. Time to beat the dickens out of them. Alright. Okay. So, okay, 10 XP. Let me just check my character. No. I'm gonna get Outfoxing 3 later. By the end of this video, I hope I'm gonna try to get Outfoxing 3. Alright, so let's check out the desert house. You encounter an overturned wagon surrounded by ruined books and a broken pair of spectacles. Looks like a family of especially illiterate homesteaders met an untimely end here. Tragic. Time to steal their stuff. You pore over the detritus and manage to find exactly one book that is both undestroyed and remotely interesting to you. Advanced Beancraft! Yes, a new skill! Yes! As you dismount and approach the house where the bandits are holed up, you hear a voice from inside say, "What was that?" Uh-oh. Looks like you're gonna have to be sneaky if you want to avoid a full-on fracas. Sneaky is my middle name. Wait, really? Yes, Sneaky is my middle name. Okay, if you say so. Thanks. Also, just, we consistently converse with the narrator. It's just a normal thing. Great Northern Blizzard, cold damage to all your enemies. That's really good. Butterbean. I know that one's really good. I just don't really like, I just don't like debuff spells. Includes a chapter about making human-sized or larger automatons and binding them to your will to help with kitchen tasks. Bean Golem, a combat skill which summons a powerful golem to fight for you. Yes! You practice making servants out of beans until you're pretty good at it. You got a skill, Bean Golem. Unfortunately, one of your earlier experiments gets a little rowdy and eats the book. No, bad. Bad Golem. Ah, it's dead. So, what is that? Is that like a dog? Doghouse contains an angry dog. Uh, yeah, I have bone. I could probably, yeah. You achieve your aim. Dog begins. Good. Uh, if the hinges are rusty, I think it said. Is there anything like over here that I can use? No. Probably means that I'm gonna need some, oil or something. I'm gonna check Button Willow's store because at the side of the trail you see a small hell cow. Hell calf, really. It snorts at a patch of brush, lighting it on fire, then starts grazing. Lured it into a trap. You quickly dig a small pit and cover it with a tumbleweed, which you light on fire. The hell calf canters over excitedly, whereupon you kick it into the hole and throw rocks at it until it's banished from this place. Alright, well I got money from it, so. Do you have oil? You have everything, of course you'll have oil. Yeah, oil! Then I still want to get all that stuff. So I'll be coming back because this shop is probably going to be very helpful in the future. Map. Let's run back to the desert house. Bum 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 bum. A meat ear, 708 meat? Yes. I could probably, after I'm done with this, I head back to town, I could probably buy the shroom grow and the advanced beancraft. Then all I'd have to do is to get the Dickerin one. So then we'd be good. Oil the hinges. You use the last of the oil in the can on the rusty hinges. The gate swings openly, easily, and silently. Okay. You creep up to the door. You can hear the gang inside. You notice that the door jamb is busted, probably from being kicked in. There's a crude hasp made of bent nail on the door. Looks like the bandits have just been locking it with a padlock from the outside when they leave. Well, lock them in. You quietly lock the door from the outside. You've definitely got the upper hand at that point. What's your next move? Arrest them. Okay, fellas, the jig is up. A muffled voice says, "The law, get 'em, boys." And then, "Tarnation, we're locked in." You hear a chorus of defeated sighs. And then, toss out your weapons. You hear a quiet but heated discussion inside. Eventually a voice says, "Alright," and some pistols fall out the window. Two bandit pistols, and a desert gang 6-gun. "Just kidding, I'm still going to arrest you." The voice says, "Aw, dang it. You round up the gang and haul them back to Dirtwater. That's the house in the desert gang, alright? All except for the house, that is. Did it get away? What? Was I supposed to... Nah, I'm just messing with you. Here's your reward. You gain 500 meat and 30 XP. Justice is served. The house in the gang... The house in the desert gang cell. Alright. Another wanted poster. The Potemkin... Potem... I cannot speak today. The Potemkin gang for unlicensed civil engineering and flaunting of construction regulations. Last seen in an unregistered settlement north of Dirtwater. Huh. Poster shows the location. Wanna go check it out? Sure. Got the hideout. Okay. I'm gonna head back to Button Willow. Ooh, the silversmith's house. I'm gonna keep going where I'm going, but I want to check that out later. Alright, all that's left is the hammer, pickaxe, and mind your meat. So that's 2,500. Let's check this out. Great Northern Blizzard. That's really good. Wary, a skill that increases your maximum AP. That's good. And use the old bean. Temporarily increases your mysticality. It's a tie between Blizzard and Wary. I'm gonna learn the Great Northern Blizzard because that's really cool. You studied the bean dessert recipes and practice conjuring up various configurations of frozen beans. You got a skill, Great Northern Blizzard. Unfortunately, at some point the book got completely covered in a snowdrift and is now all soggy and ruined. Aww. Alright, so let's take a look. So, 96, almost enough. And then not to mention I also have to get safe cracking. Where to go? I guess I'll check out the Big Apple. I mean, it can't really hurt. Well, here's an unusual sight. Oh god, if it's unusual for this game, it's gotta be insane. An old boat out in the middle of the desert. If this were a beach, you'd call it beached, but you can't call it deserted because there's someone on it. Now, wait a moment. You know, alright, whatever. That someone is a skeleton wearing a helmet with horns on it. He looks pretty bored and is idly polishing his dragon-headed prow of his ship. You think maybe he's here from a very, very long time ago. Wait a minute. I recognize dragon-headed prow of his ship. That would make it a Viking ship, but Vikings didn't have horns on their helmets. Those were created by, I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure it was the attempt by the English who tried to make the Vikings seem more evil because they were taking stuff from them. Your helmet is historically inaccurate, you know. Those helmets never actually had horns on them. That's a misconception that began when an archaeologist found a Viking buried with 2 drinking horns on either side of him and Oh, that's where it came from. I thought it was to make them seem more evil. Huh. Oh well. The skeleton throws his helmet at you to make you shut up and go away. You got an item. Rusty old Viking helmet. Nice. As you reach the center of the clearing, you are simultaneously struck with profound awe and a terrible stench as you discover the largest road apple you've ever seen. You can't even imagine how this got here. Was it a giant horse? Was it 200 normal-sized horses acting collaboratively? They should have sent a poet. Yeah, they should have. What a legend! I'm just gonna get outfoxing 3. God damn. This is the kind of game that I like to play. I make a little dent in it. Oh no. Oh, hold on, what was that? It's quite a bit smaller than it was before. It's way smaller than it was before. It's almost gone now. And ladies and gentlemen, it's done. I'm just gonna wander around. Open grave here, and it doesn't have a skeleton inside. I wonder what they're asking for rent. Jump in and see what you find. Oh, hey, the previous tenant left some stuff. Well, it's all yours now. I got an old wedding ring. I stole someone's wedding ring. Jeez. Been more of a jerk than I normally am. That's saying something. Do I just have... Okay, do I just have these to sell? Quest items, books, miscellanea. Excuse me. Alright. So, alright. Let's take a look. I could wander around farther up north. I could head northwest to the Potemkin gang. I could head southwest south, or southwest, whatever it is, to the old mission, or southeast to Snake Spring. I'm gonna wander around a bit. Destroyed campsite. You know, I'm just gonna keep going where I'm going. I'm just kind of trying to hang around here. Dynamite Dan's Discount Dynamite Warehouse, yes! No, screw whatever I said earlier. Dynamite Dan's Discount Dynamite Warehouse, or whatever it was. You, sir, are my hero. A year's supply of dynamite! Jeez! That's a lot of dynamite right there, pal. I'm just gonna sell some stuff. Just because I want money. What a legend. Dynamite Dan. Almost as good as Taco Dan the Magical Man. Alright, give this to Gary. He's more powerful. I will measure it by cost. Wait, no, not cost. A to Z. Except to have it like that. What else would it... Oh, yeah. Alright, let's take a look at this. Rusty old Viking helmet. +2 muscle, +1 armor. It's +1 mysticality. I mean, I like the armor part, but it doesn't give me any mysticality, which is my entire trait. Uh, ooh, yeah, pistols. +1 Moxie. So this one is 6 to 7 damage, +1 Moxie. That is a lot better than my deputy pistol. Uh, so that's 5 to 6 damage. And this is also 5 to 6 damage, but it doesn't look as cool. Then stench resistance and can of infinite beans. But I mean the filthy porcelain cow. And don't have anything for that, so now I'm just gonna switch it back to the way it normally is. Alright. Wait, okay. Map. Butterfield Ranch, I'll continue to my destination. Right now I'm just kind of trying to, find out where everything is. The sound of gunfire draws your attention, cautiously, to where you find a goblin shooting a large pistol at some boulders. With the sound of gunfire and pinging ricochets filling the area, the goblin doesn't hear you approach. Talk to it. You are to excusing me? Oh, yes, hello, what, hello? The rocks, why to shooting them? For practices, the cracks and rocks to shooting for a crack shot. I to seeing. Alright, I'm gonna outfox them. This pistol, where are you getting that? I am making them, out of things. To seeing, can I? Sure. You inspect the pistol welded together out of scrap metal and are frankly amazed that it fires. Can I, to suggesting? Yes, yes. If you this rust removing, a gun better to shooting, I am thinking. I am agreeing, only how to. I could probably to cleaning with a magic, but for a money. Sure, okay, I am having that. The only rust removal spell you know is designed for cleaning corroded cookware, but it works well enough. The goblin delighted gives you some meat. Alright. Alright, so might as well check out Cavern Canyon, and I don't know, I might end the episode there, I don't know. You hear a rustling sound and trace it to a small gulch nearby. Peeking over the edge, you see a goblin rustling around in the brush. Presumably, it's a gulch goblin wrestler or rustler. Always kind of assumed that referred to a different sort of rustling, though. It looks up at you and makes some angry-sounding goblin noises. It's saying, "Human! Hey, what doing here looking? Stopping it!" Jump down and fight it, have Gary talk to it, surrender, or charge it a rustling tax. Excuse me, you know there's a rustling tax levied on this gorge, right? You can't rustle for free here, bud. Gary translate, and after some back and forth, the goblin rolls its eyes at you and throws you a pouch of meat. Great. I'm robbing people. Okay, 41 unspent XP. Okay, so Danger Spider. Alright. So, weapons, medicine, booze. I'm gonna grab the weapons because I like weapons. That said something like fancy knife, something or other. And that's a spider. You should leave right now before that spider eats you. But I can take it. You must have a death wish standing this close to that thing. Yeah, I actually do have a death wish. Fight me. I'll hit you with my lantern. Alright, guess he doesn't want to fight. What a loser. Alright, so let's take a look. Fancy knife. 7 to 9 damage, plus 3 moxie. How is that better than a saber? The cave door has been boarded up. I'll deal with that later. Coffee cactus. Oh, I can forage with that later. pry off the crowbar. These boards can't hide from your prying eyes or your prying crowbar. Danger spider. The door has like 15 deadbolts on it. The note tacked to it says, please don't open this door unless you want to get eaten by a giant spider. Even then, don't open it because the rest of us don't want to get eaten by a spider. It isn't even signed, so you can hardly be expected to take it seriously. What a legend. The tunnel behind this opening goes straight up. There's no way to get through it unless you're a huge spider. Alright. Cavern Canyon Hut. You can see the gang on the other side of this big pile of junk. You're not going to be able to get to them from this end. Maybe if you had more legs, you'd be able to pick your way. Oh, okay. So it's saying the spider can get through there, but not us. You hear a horrible skittering noise, followed by a scream, followed by more horrible skittering noises, followed by more screams, followed by some rapping noises, followed by some muffled screamings. There's more skittering than silence. Go inside. Hey, the spider did the work for me. Don't do anything just yet. Danger kitchen. Danger bar. It's the danger bar. Looks like this place needs a new bartender. He had a jaw harp in his pocket. Maybe they killed him for playing the jaw harp too much. Hey, I got a jaw harp. Let's take a look at that. So you can plunk it if you like. I think I broke the game. Oh, there are a few bottles left. Cheap whiskey, cheap tequila, and cheap wine. I mean, why not? Alright, poor chef, the poor chef. 10 out of 10. The poor chef is chained to the wall. His eyes widen as you approach. Hey, you're not one of them. Are you here to rescue me? Sure. Oh, thank goodness. He thrusts his hands into yours and shakes vigorously. I'm Doug. Kerbab. How do you do, Doug? Well, I've been chained up in this dank cave for weeks, cooking for those stripy-hatted idiots. That sounds awful. Want to know the worst part? There's a perfectly good oven 8 feet to my right and a perfectly good ingredients 8 feet to my left. How is that the worst part? The chain is only 4 feet long. Ah, that's rough. I know, right? There I was, fresh out of culinary school with a million meat ideas on my head. And now here I am, 4 feet shy of my dreams, cooking the same pot of soup over and over again. What million meat idea? You promise not to steal my idea, right? Yeah, I promise. Okay, then it's a new kind of sandwich, or maybe a taco. It's so revolutionary that I'm not quite sure where it fits into the whole hand food taxonomy, to be honest. Anyway, in the middle there's a sausage, but it's sausage made from the cheapest possible parts of a pig, grown up so finely that you can't identify them anymore. Okay? And it's served in a long split roll, which soaks up the grease so you can't tell how fatty the sausage is. And the best part, the name. You ready to hear the name? He said his name was Doug, right? It's gonna be something like Cold Doug or something like that. It's making fun of hot dogs. I call it the hot dog. Okay. What do you think? It sounds great. I don't care for it. How about the hot kebab? Don't be ridiculous, hot kebab. What does that even mean? Haha, ridiculous. Hey, there's no need to be so mean about it. He sighs. Not that any of this even matters. Even if I did get off this chain, there's no point in hanging around in this empty cave, making hot dogs just for myself. I don't even like the taste of them. You could set up shop in Dirtwater. Brilliant! You're a genius, Kebab. Hot dogs for sale all day, every day. I'll make a mint. Say, there's an idea. What if I added mint to the sausage mixture? You help him break his chains. He leaves the cave, hauling the oven and the shelf full of ingredients, muttering to himself about new sausage recipes. That's that then. And I'm gonna arrest these guys. The gang has been prepped for spider consumption. You stack the cocoons on the back of your horse except for one, which Gary offers to drag, and head back to Dirtwater Jail. Turn 'em in. Is that the Stripey Hat Gang? What happened to 'em? They had a run-in with a giant spider of justice. Fortunately, the reward is for results rather than explanations. 1,000 meat and 30 XP. Nice. Well, I'm just gonna tap dance my way over here. Never mind, I'm crab walking now. Okay. Yet another wanted poster. Lots of criminals around these parts. The Black Hat Bandits for horse theft and the selling of counterfeit glue. Last seen headed north to the old millinery, or whatever. No good can come of criminals with access to hat-making machinery. Would you like to go investigate? Of course. You mark the location of the millinery on your map and spend some time selling millinery over and over again. You discover a new map location, the old millinery. It's a good word. Alright, wait, hold on. Alright. Anyway, we got 2 of seemingly 5 gangs of criminals here. And we almost have enough to get Dickerin. So I'll do that in the next episode. Until then, I'll see you in the... Yeah, that's kind of redundant. Bye.